What's up, guys? Welcome back to another war video. This is Ardenal 7. This is Season 43, War number 3. LVT has matched JA. I have 6 fights this war. I am bringing Nebula, Omega Sentinel, and Wiccan. I am taking Path 3 in Section 1, Node 20, Path 8 in Section 2, Node 47, and Node 51. Alright, my first fight this war is Nimrod on Node 6. That is the first fight on Path 3 in Section 1. Nimrod is a robot, so Nebula is going to be able to shut everything off. He's going to be able to ignore the node and the abilities of Nimrod. It's very similar to the matchup I had last war on Path 3 in Section 2. So to start the fight, we're going to not hit him until we have 5 amp charges, and then at that point, his ability accuracy is reduced completely. So we are going to build up to an SP3, and then the plan from there is to throw the SP3, build back to an SP2 for the kill. If you have Suicides on or rank 5 Nebula, maybe even with my rank 4 and big boost, you can get a kill with just the SP2. You get your 20 amp charges, convert them to shocks, and throw your SP2. A lot of times that's enough damage, but I am just going for the safer option of getting the SP3 in first. So I throw the SP3 here. Now anytime we make contact, I'm going to give him a shock debuff. It does okay damage there, but now we're just going to try to build back to my SP2 for the kill. I messed up this kill last war, and I am going to do it again here. But I've got 20 amp charges. I'm going to parry. He's got 20 shocks now. So there's my SP2. I should have thrown it right there, but I do miss my window. It's all right. I am back over 5 amp charges again. He's completely turned off still. Very safe. Just need to parry again and finish the fight. And we get out of there. Next up is Omega Sentinel versus Havok on Node 20. This is the first little mini on the left side in Section 1. So I'm going to use the heal block pre-fight so that I'm able to start with a light ending combo to pause my debuffs, apply that heal block, and then from here on out, I'm just going to use light ending combos to make sure that the heal block is paused and he's not going to shoot back up to full health or anything. I don't have to worry about placebo. Basically, it's just, if I can turn that healing off, this is going to be a nice and straightforward fight. I'm going to just throw my SP1s on repeat here, just to refresh that heal block and to avoid giving him a plasma. I took a Havok in War 1, and it's a very doable fight with Omega Sentinel, but if you do choose to give him a plasma and then you get clipped, you have a good chance of dying. That almost happened to me in War 1. He was able to have a couple plasma detonations on me, and I just wanted to play this one nice and safe. So just keep that heal block paused. There's more than enough damage to get him down, and throw the SP1s instead of an SP2 here. And that's fight number 2. All right, moving into Section 2, I have Path 8. First up is Kate Bishop on Node 34. I will be using Omega Sentinel for both of the Path 8 fights. I've taken Kate Bishop all 3 wars so far this season. Omega Sentinel just handles her nice and easy. You've kind of seen this fight if you've watched my other 2 videos before, but we are going to punish heavies. We're going to bait SP1s. Omega Sentinel is going to completely control her prowess, which means she's not going to have any power gain that I have to worry about, and I'll be constantly power draining her with contact because I've got these 10 armors. So super straightforward fight. I'm not going to throw specials. I'm not going to do anything fancy. It's just basic attacks. Don't worry about debuffs. Bait those SP1s and punish the heavies. So we're about a minute in. I'm about a third of the way through the fight. It's not fast, but it is safe. And that's kind of the theme of the channel, if not the season. I think I'm going to be using a lot of Omega Sentinel this season. Pretty happy that I took her to rank 5. She's great for the tactic, so. Another SP1. Bait another SP1. And punish. There's the heavy. Like I said before, it's just a single dash back. It's quite easy. And we are almost out of here. Little intercept there to end it off. Alright, next up I have Storm on node 44, the second fight on path 8. Again, this is a Mega Sentinel. I'm using a Power Start 1 boost, and unlike most Omega Sentinel fights I've taken this season, I will be throwing specials. There's no danger of applying the plasma here, so I'm going to race to an SP2. I also have the Tech Power Back boost on, so here I throw my first SP2, apply some plasma, and I'm almost back to another one. So a combo, and back to my second SP2, throw another, and we're up to 4 plasma, back to SP2 again. I plan to just throw another one, but I'd actually get pushed over into an SP3, and the SP3 will finish us for the kill. So nice and easy. As a tactic attacker, I completely control her prowess. Didn't even have to bait any specials there, just died so quickly. Alright, fight number 5, I have Wiccan versus Galan on node 47. I am not the most experienced Wiccan player, so this fight doesn't go exactly perfect, but it's such a safe matchup. You're going to start the fight with a 5-hit combo, a parry, 5-hit combo ending in a light, then you're going to parry and knock him down with a heavy attack, and then I was supposed to just rinse the SP1s this whole fight, but I did still have the PS1 on from the previous fight, so I kind of get pushed to an SP2 a little bit faster than I intended. But the most important thing here is that we just want to keep Neutralize on so that he's not gaining buffs and he's never going to be able to, get to a harvest. So I did eat part of that SP1 from him. Just a missed dex on my part. But we are still quite safe as long as we can keep that Neutralize on him. So typically once you get the Neutralize up, you want to try to keep it paused by throwing specials or activating other spells. He's got protection back again, so we're going to knock him down. And then I just need to focus on reapplying that Neutralize here, light ending combo, into an SP2. And get a nice little intercept there to get the kill. Alright, last fight of the war, we have Omega Sentinel versus Storm Pyramid X on node 51. Again, this is just an easy matchup for Mega Sentinel. With the attacker tactic, I will be able to keep her plasma down basically indefinitely. Storm Pyramid X is not too difficult as long as you're not pushing her to an SP2. I don't have to worry about her power gain because she won't have any prowess, and I'll be power burning her often. And I'm also extremely confident in dexing her, full dexing her SP1. So that is the fight here. We are just going to be using basic attacks, no specials, pushing her to SP1 and baiting it, and rinse and repeat until she's down. So this is another kind of a longer fight. A lot of these fights with the Mega Sentinel, where I'm not using special attacks against tactic defenders, are a little bit long, but they are safe, and that's why I'm being assigned them with a Mega Sentinel. So I think this is a rank 2 as well, so it's a nice big health pool. It does take some time. The prowess puncture is not an issue because there's no prowess, and for the most part, I'm either dexing specials or just parrying, so it's not like I'm taking a ton of damage through block anyway. Another SP1, full dex. And we're about a third of the way through the fight. I need to maybe look into how to speed up videos for these kind of extended fights where there's not much to say after the initial game plan here. We're about a minute 45 in, she's halfway dead. I do play this fight almost perfectly. There's a couple times where my timing's not perfect on the SP1, but we are in no danger. Just basic combos. We've got a Wags, so I can parry freely here. No specials on my part. No debuffs on my part. I don't know if we were too worried about time, if there might be a better option here. But we have been, as an alliance, never really too worried about our kill time. We'd rather just not die if possible. And so far we're doing pretty well with that this season. I think we do end up winning this war. We're 3-0 to start, and I believe that we've got the lowest total deaths through 3 wars. So I think there's a lot of rust with that extended off season, kind of affecting alliances. LVT took the off season a little bit more seriously than we typically do, planning the last couple wars and having people treat it like the real deal. So I think it's paying off for us so far. But I know that we've got some of the tougher alliances stacked that we'll have to face in the coming weeks. You can't be a podium alliance unless you're playing the podium alliances. So we'll see how it goes. But I throw an SP3 just to finish the fight, and that's a wrap for war number 3. Another 6 fights down, still going deathless. That's 18-0 on the season for me. Thanks for stopping in and checking this out. Take care.